Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Taylor, and for today's video I'm going over all the books that I read during the Fantasy Adventureathon. First things first, I do want to just explain myself a little bit. I was daily vlogging the entire experience, and in the last 2 days I don't have a vlog for that just because I actually went home and surprised my mom for her birthday, so not a lot of reading got done and I just wanted to prioritize time with my family, so I did not vlog during those 2 days. Also didn't really read a ton. Yeah, so that's where that vlog went, in case you were wondering, because I do have vlogs for every single other day up. If anyone was wondering where those are, that is why they don't exist. I did want to go over all of the books that I did read for this readathon. I did end up finishing 3 books and then another 2 books I started on, so not too shabby for a whole entire week. I'll take that as a plus. Trying to be more optimistic about myself and my reading capabilities, and I know I planned to read 7 books in a week, but hey, I will take 3 books for sure. First prompt that I completed was Cliff, and that was read a book with a nature word in the title, and for that book I read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This book was a 4.5 out of 5 stars for me. I did like a whole entire vlog where I was gushing about the Harry Potter series and just really how much that series meant to me, so it is very hard for me to, you know, rate those books not biased. So 4.5 out of 5 stars it is. It definitely isn't my favorite book in the series, but I absolutely love the world. It means so much to me. I am rereading this series for the first time as an adult out of school. I do think that it is a very good introduction to a fantasy series. I think it world builds really well. You know, you are kind of an outsider along with Harry, so the world is kind of explained to you through his eyes, and he's also new and learning things, and I felt like J.K. Rowling did a really good job of explaining all of that without like world dumping on you. I thought it was handled really well in such a small book. It was a lot shorter than I remember, but I am excited to continue reading the rest of the series, and I'm looking forward to getting the next audiobook in the series sometime soon. I get them through Overdrive, so I don't know when I'll be picking up the second one, but I am looking forward to that when I get a hand on it. The next prompt I completed was Toad, and that was read a book with green on the cover, and for that one I did go with Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. I ended up giving this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. This was like a solid 4 for me until the last 50 pages, which I didn't really enjoy at all. But essentially this is the story about a girl named Libby Day. She is only 7 years old when her family is all murdered one fateful night, and she is actually one of the eyewitness testimonies that put her brother away for the murders. The book primarily takes place in the present day when Libby is an adult, and she is looking back on, you know, the things that happened and thinks maybe her brother didn't actually do what she accused him of. So she, along with the help of like a serial killer obsessed friend and his group of amateur detectives, they're trying to figure out, you know, did her brother actually do it, and if not, who did? So this book kind of alternates between 2 different timelines. One is just the day leading up to the events that unfortunately killed Libby Day's whole family, and then the next timeline is set in the present, and that's Libby just kind of trying to do some amateur investigating. I also have a full review for this listed in one of my vlogs from this week, but essentially I thought this was a really solid book. I really did enjoy reading the events that led up to the murders. I kind of saw things that were coming, and this book kind of had like some bizarre twists that I was anticipating. I feel like if you read this book after you've read some of Gillian Flynn's other books, you can kind of guess based on her writing style and what kind of author she is, and like what kind of tricks and character tropes that she likes, where the story is gonna go, and that is where it goes. But overall, it was a really decent read. I flew through this one. I mean, this was 300 something pages and I just could not put it down, and really that's all I asked for in a good solid thriller, so I was really pleased with this. The third and final challenge that I completed was Fate, and that is a book set in the past, and for that one I did read Wonder Woman: Her Greatest Battles, and I gave this one a solid 3 out of 5 stars. This is essentially like a clip show. Like, it does have different sort of stories from different periods in Wonder Woman history, so as you can see, like, the art styles are very, very different based on who did them. Like, the very first one is, you know, kind of like traditional Wonder Woman, older style comic book drawings, if I can I can find some. So like the very first one starts off very, very traditional old school comics, and then at the end you do get more of a modern sort of illustration style. I did really enjoy this one, not so much for the story because you definitely were, again, it was like kind of a clip show where you were thrust into different battles that were originally several issues long. I did enjoy reading this though because I am a newbie to the comic world, and I did really enjoy trying to figure out, you know, whose iteration of Wonder Woman that I did want to pursue and which art styles I really preferred over others so I could check out more comics in the future. And it was just a really lighthearted, fun read. So 3 out of 5 stars, pretty solid collection. Now, the next 2 books that I want to talk about are my honorable mentions, and these are books that I started and just didn't get through. The first one is read a book that's more than 500 pages. For that one, I did Eldest by Christopher Paolini, and for this one, I only got to page 38 out of 600 something. And the next one, I started The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, and for this one, I got to page 75 out of 320. I am not gonna go into detail over these because I am making an April TBR, and these are definitely gonna be prioritized because I do want to get around to reading a lot of these. I have a really bad habit of participating in readathons, and the books that I pick for the challenges, if I don't get to them, I just put them back on my shelf. I don't want to do that for these because I did start both of them and I am interested in reading both of them. Eldest is a reread, but I am trying to reread this whole entire series, and then The Silent Patient is just a very interesting thriller that I just don't want to stop reading. So I will talk a little bit more about those in my April TBR. All in all, I read over 700 pages, so I definitely consider that a win. It definitely was not an ideal time for me to do a readathon, but I had a lot of fun. I definitely am looking forward to doing my next readathon because I think they're a really fun way to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone, and trying to find different books to fit those challenges is a really fun challenge in and of itself. So I am looking forward to, you know, doing maybe one more readathon in the next few weeks. I definitely think I am just going to stick to 1 readathon a month because more than that just gets a little bit crazy for me. So if you have any fun readathons that are happening in April, leave them down below. If any of you guys participated in the Fantasy Adventureathon, leave a comment down below. I would love to know how you guys did. Yeah, overall, it was a really fun readathon. I hope it happens next year because I really did enjoy like the choose your own adventure style of format. With that being said, that is going to conclude today's video. So if you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment down below, all that good stuff, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!